sports fans, ASMR Sports here. Today we're doing a throwback kind of video. I'm opening a bunch of somewhat vintage wax packs that I just had laying around, and today we're going to do a giveaway of this beast. Here we have a complete wax box of 1990 Donruss baseball. Some say it's the worst, one of the worst products ever. But I say it's got a ton of sentimental value. And, I actually didn't mind the design of this too bad. At least compared to other Donruss sets from that era. So, anyways, it's kind of a fun one. I'm actually not sure if there are a whole lot of rookies you can get. I think there's like Juan Gonzalez in this set, and maybe a couple of others. But hold on, I gotta check my headphones. There's not a ton of value in here. This box probably sells for like $10 or $15 on eBay. The main problem is shipping. It's kind of expensive to ship these because they're fairly heavy. You can't just put them in like a first class package, which has to be like a pound or less. You'd have to do like priority mail. So in any event, if you would like this, please tell me why in a comment on this video. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and I will pick a winner in a couple of days. By the way, sorry, I'm just getting another device to look at because I wanted to announce the winners, which I've already done in the comments on the respective videos, but I wanted to announce the winners of the previous contest because I recently put those in, and I have not heard anything back from the winners, so I will give them, I guess, a couple more days to respond, and if I don't hear anything, then I will probably pick some new winners. So let me just see here if I can find the winners. I'm just looking on my iPad here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find quickly the winners. Oh yeah, okay. So the winner of the DeGrom autograph, and that's actually right there, is user Philip Halbeg. He says, "I would love to give that card to my son for his upcoming birthday. He was supposed to play for the Little League Mets this year, but you know how that turned out. This would be a nice consolation, no matter who you choose. Thanks for doing this." So, thank you, Philip, for the comment. Sorry your son didn't get to play baseball. That truly is a bummer. Hopefully you get to play catch with you and maybe do some other baseball-y things. But if you shoot me an email, I am info at hotcardboard.com, and I will, if you show me your address and just let me know your username, if it's not obvious from your email, then I will know who you are, and I will get that card mailed out to you. Now, the other winner is the Pokemon cards, and let me just see. Sorry for this, guys. I should have come prepared, but as you know, I don't like to do any work. Emily Glazer is the winner of the Pokemon cards. So if Emily, you will contact me at the same address, I will get that stuff out to you as soon as I hear from you. So those are the first two contest winners. Hopefully I'll hear from them. If not, I'll let you guys know, and I will probably just pick a winner, I guess, from the previous entries. Oh, I got like a scratch in my throat. I'm gonna die of COVID-19. Just kidding. A little knock on wood there. Okay, so I've just got an assortment of older packs that have been sitting around. These are 1988 Topps cards, and these are actually kind of fun. They're miswraps, so these are like factory rejects. I got like a monster box of these, like a 3,000 count monster monster box of these from Crook Cards, like for like 20, like I don't know, 15 years ago, something like that. And it was, it was really like $10 for the whole thing. And I'm still working my way through them. 88 Topps is kind of a weak sauce product, but there are a couple of decent rookies in there. Then we got 88 Donruss, same kind of deal. In 88 Donruss, as opposed to 88 Topps, you can get Mark Grace rookies and a couple others that I think are not in the Topps product. These are baseball legends. I think these are the second series of this product from 1988. But this was the first year that they were in full color. This product was like a black and white product before. It had like a yellow, kind of yellow and brown wood border before, and I think actually they may not have been like regular 3x4 size cards. So this was kind of a new product when this came out, and I remember this being in stores when I was a kid, and I really liked it. It's got a lot of, huge names like Hank Aaron and Mickey Mantle and like all the big names, Willie Mays, everybody's in here. And I still love to open these and get those big guys. So that's pretty cool stuff. I'll open those. This is 1991 Upper Deck Baseball, and this is High Series, which is kind of a bummer because the Low Series is where you can get in this 1991 Upper Deck. You can get the baseball cards of Michael Jordan that show him in the White Sox jersey, and those are SPs. I don't think you can get them in these High Series packs, but I may be wrong about that. This is just 1991 Stadium Club second series. So 91 was the first year of Topps Stadium Club, so their first ever year of making that product, and still being made today. So, and then finally I've got some kind of cool baseball star stickers from 1986. These are so these were pretty hard to find back in the day. I don't think I ever saw these, although I probably didn't collect cards when these came out. Like 1986 was the first year I ever collected cards, and I didn't really know anything. I just sort of went to the store and bought them and liked to look at them. So very well these could have been out in stores, but I never noticed it because I wasn't looking for them. But even, in like 87 and 88 and 89, when a lot of the guys in here were a pretty big deal, like there's Jose Canseco's in here. You could not find these anywhere. I never used to see these at like card shows around that era in the late 80s and early 90s. And I think if you did, they would have been pretty expensive, because I remember the card, like the Jose Canseco's in here, being a pretty hot deal back in the day when everything Canseco was early. Alright, so I'm going to eat some rainbow colored fruit rips. So let's just start with these guys. So, you may recall the design of this set if you collected back in this era or shortly thereafter. There's a nice Nolan Ryan, Joe Orsulak, Brian Smith. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jose Canseco was in here. They made these things in 88, so this is 86. They made these, I believe, in earlier years too. They might have been like a different size, but they definitely made them in 87. They had a green border in 87, then in 88, I think they had a gray border, and then I think they might have stopped in 89. So these were kind of cool because they were like cards. They have backs with stats, but they are in fact stickers. So they were like, much more valuable than the like top stickers, which were just small little things. They were flimsy, and there was no, stats or anything on the back. It just said like, top sticker set or something like that. So those Flair Star stickers were always the best sticker you could get for sure. Never as collected as cards, but they were the most collected sticker in baseball, in the hobby, and so I remember them fairly well. I remember them being, almost nothing but, these guys or similar caliber products. And then in 91, they came out with Stadium Club, and it was supposed to be, their answer to Upper Deck, and really in a lot of ways, it was, far superior to Upper Deck. So this is, 91 Upper Deck, like main baseball product. And when you open this, you'll see, like, Upper Deck was not high gloss. Stadium Club was high gloss. This is a full bleed card, which is to say it doesn't have borders. The photo goes all the way to the edges. That was, superior to Upper Deck at the time. The foil here is very prominent. I think there's a little bit of foil in Upper Deck stuff, but it's mostly like their logo. This is, a little bit more than that. It's kind of in the design. So that's kind of high end. And I think probably most importantly, the photographs that are used in Stadium Club products, have always been much better than anything else Topps does, and more, I think high end or exciting or whatever you want to call it, than any other product, that is produced by companies other than Topps. So, Stadium Club was pretty hot stuff when it came out, and like the big rookies, I think Chipper Jones was somewhere in 91. I can't remember who else, but the Ken Griffey Jr. cards in here would have been a big deal. There's Gary Carter. Oh, there's a nice Randy Johnson. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I just remember this stuff being super hot. Nowadays, these 91 Upper Decks are totally useless. Nobody wants them. Although, with all of these junk wax products in the last, half a year, prices have gone up. People are getting more interested in this stuff. So, nobody's really buying singles at this point, but the unopened stuff is at least going up a little bit in value. So that was 91 Stadium Club. Now let's look at 91 Upper Deck here. So there's no foil on the front. On the back there's the hologram sticker. It's got a border. The photographs, frankly, are lackluster. So it's just not as high-end a card. And so Topps was kind of, back on top of the sports card game. I remember these Silver Slugger inserts were kind of rare. Back in the day. And I remember them being kind of valuable. Particularly if you got one of like a rookie. I think they did some rookie ones. Let's see if we can get one of those rookie superstar subset cards. Alright, so today is the 22nd of July, and I will be posting this evening, I hope. So when you watch this, you'll be on the same day that I am. Hopefully, if you see it, the day I post it. So that's a rookie, I'm pretty sure. 91 Bagwell. Yeah. Unfortunately, the corner's a little banged up on that. Otherwise, that'd be a pretty sweet card. Probably one of the best cards you can get in here. Todd Seal, that would be a rookie. No, I think 90 was his rookie. Yeah, that's right. He was in 90 Upper Deck. Paul Muller, Hall of Famer. Robert Alomar, Hall of Famer. Yeah, so anyways, today's the 22nd, and tomorrow the 23rd is opening day 2020. Now, I wish we weren't in, the midst of, a total resurgence of the pandemic, which has been going on most intensely in Texas, Arizona, Florida, and a few other southern states, but really all across the country, things are not looking so great. Like in my home state, I'm in North Dakota. Obviously, we have a very small population, so our numbers are not nearly as because like number of confirmed infections is hard to know what to make of, because it's like if you did no testing, there would be no confirmed infections. If you did lots of testing, there would be more. So you just don't know what that means, in relation to the entire population. I mean, it's, I guess, useful to know, and it's good to know that people are confirming their infections, because that means then they can try to quarantine, stay away from their co-workers, their families, other people they may come in contact with, and hopefully avoid those people getting sick. So it's good to have testing, because people need that information. But, just looking at number of infections is not all that telling. But if you look at hospitalizations, like, that's a pretty, like, if hospitalizations are up relative to 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago, that tells you that you're worse off than you were than in the past. There's just no getting around it, right? Nobody is staying at home and not going to the hospital if they have COVID-19. Like, if they're sick enough to get in the hospital, they're gonna go. So the hospitalizations number means something relative to previous periods of time. So in my state, at least, hospitalizations are at an all-time high. So that tells me, regardless of how many tests we're doing, or regardless of how many infections they've confirmed through testing, or how many deaths, that tells me things are worse now than they have ever been. And that sucks, because we were doing pretty good, like, right after they started reopening stuff. But it's clear that that reopening has led to this increase in hospitalizations and in, confirmed infections secondarily, for reasons I just went over. So, in any event, I just wish we would be able to get a handle on things, whether that's people wearing masks, whether it's, people just sort of saying, hey, if I can do, some online shopping, let me do that, instead of going out and seeing like 10 other people who might infect me, or I might infect them if I have this virus and don't know it. Not doing some larger events that can wait until later. I just think whatever we can do, we should do it, because things are just going up every day, it seems like, especially in places like Florida. And if we can do what limited things that we can to improve that, then I just think, it's going to have pay huge dividends for us, and allow us to open more things, and to possibly have, like, I don't know, open up baseball stadiums and like have everybody seated, like 4 or 5 seats apart from each other. So maybe you get, I don't know, like a fourth of the capacity in there than compared to normal. Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. But honestly, I think that would be, I think that's the start, right? That's the start. Maybe you couldn't do, like, I don't know what things that you would do if you had to have everybody spaced out. You wouldn't want them like contacting each other. Like, maybe you'd have to kill concessions or something. Yeah, I don't know. We just got to start inching forwards, and we can't do that. We cannot do that if we're still going up and up every day. So we gotta do what we can, what's in our power, to try to bring shit back to the atmosphere. That's my rant. I'm just saying, just be careful out there, folks. Try not to get infected. Try not to infect others if you, and that's the thing. People say, oh, well, if you just have symptoms, stay away from other people. But guess what? A lot of people get this coronavirus, and they don't have any symptoms, so they wouldn't know to stay away from other people. So they just have to try to not be around a ton of people, as best you can. Obviously, if you have to work, if you have some critical thing you gotta do, you're not gonna be perfect, but you could put a mask on if you gotta go do that. And by the way, they originally thought masks were primarily to protect you, or protect other people from you. I can hear some rustling upstairs, by the way. I'm probably going to get interrupted by a child in 2 seconds. League Hall of Famer. There's Pedro Guerrero and Fernando Valenzuela. Classics. Still got noise going on upstairs, so sorry about all the background noise. Someday it might end. Alright, Muscauren. I've actually met Muscauren. He is one of the Yankees that used to come pretty regularly to a local tournament to raise money for cancer. I don't know what research or maybe like a treatment or something, but anyways, they did this where I live in Fargo, North Dakota. It is the home of Roger Maris, and Muscauren played a few seasons with Roger Maris, so he knew him from those days. And a lot of the former Yankees would come to this golf tournament every year, and there's a nice Willie Mays. And sorry, kids are going nuts upstairs. Johnny Bench. Oh, look, we got an injury according to a crying child here. Yeah, so a lot of the Yankees would come to that, and I was a kid and got to meet a bunch of them. I actually got to meet Don Larson, and had him sign this picture I had of him throwing his perfect game in the World Series. The only perfect game ever thrown in the World Series. And it was a picture of, him throwing, and behind him was an infielder kind of in the background. And so last pack here is the 1998 Donruss. And anyways, I was probably like, I don't know, 9 or something, maybe 10, when I was having Don Larson sign this thing, and he was a very nice guy, and he said, "Do you know who that is behind me in this picture?" And I was like, "Oh man, I don't know. I think I guessed Tony Kubek, because he was like the only other infielder I had heard of from the Yankees, like in the 60s. And Kubek was kind of a big name. He was like a broadcaster, I believe, for the Yankees for a number of years, and so a lot of fans knew about him. But anyway, so he said, no, I was wrong. It was actually, can you guess, Billy Martin. And Billy Martin, of course, I feel like Billy Martin had passed away at that point, so, and it was really like recent. This is back like in the early 90s. I just remember it was kind of a big deal that it was Billy Martin when he said that to me. I mean, I'd heard of Billy Martin, I just didn't think, whatever, associate him with that, photograph that I had of Don Larson. So anyways, that's my Don Larson story. Well, folks, there you have a bunch of kind of useless junk wax, as we call it, baseball card style. Kind of fun stuff. Of course, now all the junk wax from basketball is like worth a fortune. Yeah, those boxes. I remember not too long ago, I opened a box of 91 Fleer basketball. And the time I opened it, and this was not too long ago, by the way, it was worth almost nothing, but like those are selling, I think those go for like $30 or $40 or $50. Now, in the 1990 Fleer basketball, which I must have opened at some point on this channel, that stuff, has been upwards of $100 a box, like unauthenticated. It's down a little bit now. I think they go for about $80 now. But that stuff, I bought a bunch of those boxes for probably like $5 or $10, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And never mind anything before that in Fleer basketball. Holy God in heaven, that stuff is expensive. Anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and channel. And once you have subscribed to this channel, you go ahead and you tell me why you'd like this. Maybe you want to open it with your brother, who used to collect cards with in 1990. Maybe you have a kid who is interested in learning about older baseball players. Maybe you work at children's hospital or something, and you know somebody who would love some older baseball cards to open, tell me why you want this. I will send it off to you. But hopefully, if you enter the contest, you will be able to see if I respond to your comment. Like, I know when somebody responds to me, I get a little notification on my phone. So hopefully you have some way of checking that out, because otherwise, I don't know if you would know that I responded to your comment, and I have no way to like direct message you and on YouTube. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out yet another way to run these contests on my channel if I can't like sort of